Before I even started this reading, Saggy baby Sag, I was thinking sex addiction, and then sex addiction popped out, and somebody showing their true colors. I really didn't believe it. That's why I put it back into the cards, the deck. They're losing sleep. Somebody showed they true love colors, and they trying to cope because they're losing. They worried, they replaying events and thinking about you. This person has been involved with people that's like them with sex addiction. And they've been controlled by people with sex addictions because having the sex addiction is uncontrollable. The urges and the fantasies and the behavior is disruptive, even to their daily life and relationships and work. These people have to manage pain, stress, or past trauma. And then they ashamed of it, so they become emotionally quiet, ashamed, of course, and a history of. So this person could have a history of childhood abuse. Don't have to be sexually. Something could have happened when this person was asleep, when they was a child with this abuse. So somebody feel like they losing. They show up their true colors. They trying to cope, or you was, or somebody's trying to cope after they show up their true colors, because they losing and they feeling fucked up over you, playing events over and over about you. Probably even if this karmic man or woman, excuse me, probably know something you said or saw your picture or something. So one can't get sleep and one is fucked up because they're losing. The key word is sleep. So we go back to cope. So these people are in a relationship to cope with anxiety, loneliness, or depression. So these people go through a multiple, like a lot of short term, intense relationships. They can't stop it if they wanted to. Neglect their work, families, and personal responsibilities. Focus on sex and fantasies. 63% of women that go through this is because they was constantly abused. And then 10% of the men, or we have, because I looked up females, but it's usually 10% of men or 7% of women. Because women do it for attention and validation. So whoever's doing this, that's what they need. If it's a woman, and if it's a man, it's because it's unusual. It's sensitivity. Uh, they was observing it already, or they're anxious. This is how this person's acting. They trying to manage their urges. They need to stop this harmful ass behavior and foster healthy relationships. Somebody like this would need therapy, a support group, or even meds for some. They would have to develop a new coping skill. So the karmic is sleep when this person's up. Excuse me 1 minute. I'm typing in how long does it take to get over a sex addiction? 2 to 5 years of dedication, cons- consistent effort, therapy, and support to achieve long-lasting behavior changes. If you initial the withdrawal, the first 30 to 90 days, they often experience urgent craving. So when this person can't have sex with your person, or if your person can't have sex, they can't control themselves. They will go have sex with other people with this sex addiction. If they will need to withdraw for 30 to 90 days, they would need therapy for 1 to 3 years. And ongoing maintenance, they would need 2.5 to plus 5 years. 2+ years. It requires breaking impulsive patterns. A mental health professional specializes in addictions, just not a temporary substance. That's what they fucked up about. How they gonna cope because they cannot control themselves? Somebody's wishing. So they feel like they losing, they feel fucked up. They got ties to you as well when this person is tying themselves to you when they're thinking about you when this karmic's asleep. Yeah, they wishing for a family. Or your family feel fucked up because they showed their true colors. But we got karmic family, red. They sleep family karmic. Somebody could have slept with somebody in this karmic's family. Confirmation, reckless sex. I'm not saying this person slept with somebody in his family, but I got sleep karmic family in love. So this person needs to get some sleep. They need a damn family. They got karmics in their life. They need sleep. They got their family still in their life, karmics in their life, and they love somebody. They probably do love you, but they're running. Or the way they respond. So they realize this is karmic love. And they're running from it. And their family could be the one asleep as well. That's their karmics if they're not around the karmic. Or when people are just asleep. What about this police station? That keep coming out. Okay, this person got memories from probably when they was in jail. They memories getting caught up with the police. Or maybe you asked them a question like, why would you purposely fuck up if you knew that you would have to do 5 years unless your ass is gay? Why would you want to go back to prison knowing you're going to do 5 years? Or, I mean, why would you do that when you have kids or you claim you love your family or you love any fucking body? Love your fucking self. Why would you purposely, unless you need somewhere to stay, unless something's wrong? So just imagine a person in penitentiary or out here in these streets, whether man or woman, are they only dealing with people from the penitentiary and shit because they have a sex addiction? And just imagine a person that's not in prison with a sex addiction, they get out and they being used and abused by a motherfucker with a sex addiction just because they can be in control. And they finally got somebody to do these disgusting things nobody really want to even do to them. And then it comes to the buying them clothes and putting shit in their food. It's the hate, love, hate, victory. The weak ass fantasy. Yeah. What I say go, and I'm in control of what, bitch? Look at you. So you got a police officer, somebody at the police station, or a police officer in your energy, because they at the police station because they stubborn. Duh. Yeah, fire sign or somebody that's gonna be their karma. You can have this person that have access to people account numbers and they withdrawing and putting shit in or taking shit out and doing shit with people account numbers. This could be a bookkeeper or an accountant. Come on, man, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Or just the way this person, you didn't feel safe, or this person was not, they was moving off their emotions. They was not listening to solve a problem. They was listening just to react. They was listening to pre-play this sick ass role they want to perform in front of you that they had been fucking waiting to do, and the performance was what, a copy of you? It was just a shitty big maggot looking motherfucker. If they ain't going to jail, they want things they way. They about to have a mental breakdown, or they about to have an ending and losses in their life. Yeah, cause they did shit in the moment. Or this person, they want to be selfish, stubborn, and ignorant. You said your way to the station, or you could see things your way, my way. You want this person to see things your way, or say things. You were saying things in a certain way, and this bitch got selfish, stubborn, and ignorant. Maybe you will have to call the police, or maybe this boss or somebody, they about to have karma. Yeah. See, we got police living somewhere where a police live. Yeah, they about to have something go down. Even with this sex addiction, these people can't control themselves, and I'm sure you know how animals act when it's mating season, but it's mating season 24/7 for these bitches. So the police tried to do a spell. Yeah, see, my way was love. That's what you were saying. If the white, and this person was trying to do a spell. If it was personal, this is why you're gonna have to probably call the police if you don't have to knock this motherfucker out. So maybe say they where they live and they call the police because this bitch is having a mental breakdown because they have a sex addiction, and then your person over there being selfish doing love spells. If it's not personal or a case or something serious like that. Yeah, shame. So they over there fighting or going through all of this because they ashamed with these sex addictions. It brings guilt, shame, and a history of childhood abuse. So that's what they're thinking about. My way is love. Maybe at some point you was feeling guilt and embarrassed and thought you was in the wrong. Not knowing this hoe can't even control himself. They can't control their private part. Come on, man. Just imagine wasting your whole day off a feeling that don't feel nothing. Then you gotta get on drugs and then you gotta keep it going. That's probably why you got the alcohol and shit. They ashamed because they was on probably drugs they don't want to admit, probably shooting up steroids and all kind of disgusting shit. And all you wanted was a fucking drink. All they can see is what you drinking. You might do your little thing, but it ain't nothing where you get your ass up and go to work. Yeah, these bitches been in a fairy tale. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the desert of my mind. Or do he say blowing through the jasmines in my mind? He said something because I love that fucking song, especially chopped up and screwed. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Baby boom. Houston, Texas. What? So they probably getting the laws caught on them when they get drunk and doing all this in these illusions from shame and guilt, and they get to what? Maybe this person they got a love spell, now they on child support, or they got a love spell when they was in prison. Or from someone they waiting on in prison or whatever, baby daddy, baby mamas. Divorces and traffic tickets. All in the fairy tale. Got turned out in prison and all kind of shit. Wake up, Spike Lee. I need to look up what Spike Lee's zodiac sign. Because I do hear him sometimes. Especially with shit like this, controversial. Yes, the legal matters. They're ashamed because the legal matters is like shit. I feel like if you got a criminal thing going on, you could feel these people are like shit, they toxic, and this police officer ain't shit. Or you got a couple of police officers in your energy that live a toxic lifestyle, or they like shit in the legal matters. Let it resonate. This is not my energy. I don't know. Yeah, this person love you. But them getting in trouble with the laws and the memories and the way they was living, I guess. Somebody break out the fucking violin. Or we ought to get that man that was on the Apollo. Come and get his ass. Yeah, man, come and get this bitch. The Sandman. Come and get him, Sandman. Sandman. Doing the same shit over fake busy. Fuck being fake busy. If you ain't fucking, you fake busy. Bitch, why don't you go fill out an application? While you on that phone, why don't you fill out an application? And let me tell you, you know how we all know it is hard for us to get up and start that exercise. It is hard for us to start that diet, stop smoking. You know, this is addiction. That's why we gotta be just be understanding that, you know, we look at some people that's on worse drugs than that, and you gotta be grateful for what you got your little addiction going on, because some of this shit gonna kill us, especially with as we get older with the cigarettes and shit, you know. I really feel like it's more. This was repeatedly child abuse, so this could be repeatedly mental, physically, and sexually. Some people, you know, mostly some people also get off on thinking about being sexually abused. You know, I know some females like that. Or bitches that like to get choked and get their legs put behind their head and all that over the net, all that I don't have no walls shit. That's what I call it. When you can pop shit out your pussy and you've been experimenting with the pussy like it's in a lab, to me, that's some no wall issues, bitch. Too much time on your hand. Knowing how to twerk the best and do all that, and you're not getting like you're not a stripper or an entertainer, yeah, you got too much motherfucking time on your hand. I don't know if you ask me. Sorry, latex wigs been out since RuPaul. When I was a little girl, I've always been a fan of his. Y'all are behind with that shit. It is so important that you get to, and I do understand that everybody do not get to know themselves and have their own personality. But god damn, it's okay. So it's kind of like this. Let's end this on a positive note. Let's raise the vibration. When you taking a bath, when you get up and you stand at the wall, it took me 3 years to come up with the ideas that I have to start a business because I read books. Me getting in the tub, me thinking about what I'm gonna wear and how I'm gonna do my hair. That's why y'all see me in braids on my own shit, or I cut the shit off when shit that's not important become time consuming from getting me from what's important. Worrying about a clean house and you got kids, man, fuck that. Sometimes having a clean house and even clean clothes, like you see people hustle, that shit ain't important when you on your grind. And only a person will get that. So think about it when you're cooking, when you're in the shower, when you're driving home, when you're laying in the bed just moping, or when you're getting the kids ready for school, cooking and putting prepping or whatever you do, picking out your clothes. A lot of people you see that wear uniforms or they'll wear the same little work clothes on the regulars because that shit is time consuming. That's a lot of time we waste on just trying to order our food off the fucking menu before you even get there. I want that shit is annoying and time consuming. How many ways can they make a fucking burger? Like, come on, really? Do you want bacon today or cheese or not? It's not that, you know? So just keep that in mind. People need to keep that in mind. Even if you have an addiction, you can easily, I mean, it's not easy depending on what addiction it is, but it goes back to, say this person go get a therapist and they go talk to someone professional. Would it fucking matter? Because this shit is not just about a sex addiction. It's about distraction. It's about them always running from their problems. This shit has leaked off into other areas of them. So they could go learn how to stop fucking all they want, but what else they gonna have to learn? You would have to literally take some of these people out their mama's vagina, out their mama's bellies, and re-raise them if you want to change them. And who the fuck got time? I didn't know we was dinosaurs around this motherfucker. Who got time to re-raise a motherfucker that's 30, 50, 60 years old? It would take you 30, 50, 60 years to re-raise a person. Because we have to know that it's deep rooted from childhood trauma. And we keep hearing that shit, but we don't go, motherfuckers ain't got no future thinking, and they barely can keep up with the fucking past of what's important and what's not. And then once you look at your day and you see the little time you do have, the shit you think about, regardless of what addiction you have, I'm hoping that'll help you fix and get yourself on the way to just stop distracting yourself. And it will take a lot for some people that's been doing it all. This is an unfortunate thing. But you can start at home, just not just with these things. You might not even have these fucking problems, just with learning how to stop wasting your motherfucking time. Learn how to stop talking with all these emotions unless it's necessary, and get to the motherfucking point. Okay? Time is important. And then you'll understand why when people bored, they enjoy it.